Hi, and welcome to a Winner's Corner that holds V75 finals at Sovalla Racetrack in Stockholm. Very fine, interesting horses and great battles to look forward to, Mike. And what are you most excited about for this fine day?
Well, the whole round. I'm especially excited about the final now of the V75 World Cup. I've still got a bit of a chance there, so that's the main thing. But the sport is just amazing this Saturday.
Right, and let's start immediately in race 5. It equals the start of the V75 round, and here we find the biggest favorite of the day in number 10, MT Joinville. How do you view his chance of winning this?
Well, he's been great. He's heading straight for the gold division, and of course he should have a great chance at winning this. But he is moving up in class every time, and these horses are by far the toughest he's been up against, and there's good value in some of them. So I'm going to use number 2, Vestibo Exact, as one of them. Number 2, Vestibo Exact has been very good when he's racing up front. Second to last time, he went off stride in the start on the V75 against tough horses and lost a lot of ground there, then came back after an inside ride and finished very strongly. So I was quite impressed by him that time. Then last time he was no good. After that, he's been to the veterinarian. They fixed some things and he's training good now according to his trainer. From this excellent post here, I think he's got a great chance at leading this perhaps, I hope, all the way to the wire. It's going to be difficult for MT Joinville to go around the whole field here.
So Mike goes against the big favorite here in the fifth race of the day. Now on to the next race, race 6, and it's the final of the Diamond Mares. 15 mares are battling it out over full distance with a circular start. Number 6, Cash Brodda, Mike, is the favorite here. How do you suggest that we play this race to get some good value for our money?
Well, I'm not going to go for Cash Brodda. She's going to be a very clear favorite. She will win this one if she stays trotting, but there's a big risk she's going to have to do a lot of work on the outside, and number 1, Stella Newman, is going to take the lead here, and right behind her, I think number 8, Trisha, is going to be very interesting from the pocket slot. I think that Trisha will get an excellent trip here, and the way the horses looked a few times now running, last time out on the V75, great finish, was almost last with 700 meters to go, went very wide through the turn and finished strongly. So she comes with absolute perfect form, and with a trip right behind the leading number 1, Stella Newman, with Cash Brodda on the outside putting up the tempo. Trisha could even post an upset, but I think that's reaching it a bit, so I'm going to go for the show.
And from a show bet in race 6 to a win bet in race 7. And here, Mike, this is the silver division, and 4 horses, they stand out a little bit over more than the rest of the field. It's General Bianco, Cab Hornline, Springover, and Rolex Biggie. Who's the winner of these 4, you think?
Well, for me, definitely number 7, General Bianco. I think he offers the best value for money here. Cab Hornline risks getting locked in. Springover is lesser of a horse. Rolex Biggie, a difficult post. I think General Bianco, with the form that he's shown lately, he should win this one. He lost last time he was out on the V75, and people were disappointed with him, but when you analyze that race, he really raced well. You can see how far he's ahead of the other horses. He was just beat by a phenomenal speedy Foxy Vicane that day, and I think that performance was a lot better than people give him credit for. So I think his form is intact, and normally he's a very clear favorite, but this time we're getting good value.
Number 7, General Bianco. And now we make a leap on to race 10. And this is the highlight race of the day. It's Sovalla Grand Prix for 4-year-old horses. We get to see number 3, Cyber Lane. A fantastic horse, Mike. He won the Derby, he won the British Crown final, and now he's up against number 2, Diamanten, who's swapped trainer from Robert Berg to Stig H. Johansson. This is the most talked about race of the day, Mike.
Yeah, definitely. It's by far the best race. It's so even. We got all the best 4-year-olds in it, and I'm really looking forward to see it. I think the 2 favorites are going to draw too much attention. I feel that there are a couple of horses that are going to be quite overlooked, and number 9, Han Herod, is one of them. Han Herod has really looked good now the last few races. Last time he was out at Eskilstuna on a difficult track in the Breeders' Crown there. Got locked in that time. He looked phenomenal in the warm-up, and then he finished very strongly once he got the opening. So he comes with good form. This time, it's possible they put an American-style race bike on him for the first time, and I think that can improve him a bit. He's also got a great post here right behind Diamanten and Cyber Lane, so he's going to get a good trip. He's probably going to be right behind Cyber Lane, and then with a little bit of luck, if he doesn't have to leave that position too early, I think he's got a chance.
You sound convincing as always, Mike, and this will be really interesting. We move on now to the daily double, and as usual, we find it in races 10 and 11. We just talked about DD1, Mike, and the two favorites, number 2, Diamanten, and number 3, Cyber Lane. How do you want to play it here in the double?
I'm going to go do the same. I'm going to go against those two. I think they're going to be too much, two big favorites there. Everybody's going to go for those two and just focus on that battle. And I think we're going to see the winner from behind somewhere. I think number 8, Love Matters, has a good chance if the horse stays trotting. Last time came back to the track and was galloping around madly for 2 laps. So if he stays calm, he's a great trotter. Then number 9, Han Herod, we just talked about. Very interesting odds on that one, completely overlooked. Number 10, Test Drive. Looked great last time in an easy win for Bjorn Goop, and Bjorn Goop is driving once again this time. Completely overlooked for some reason, a horse with form. And then number 11, Make the Mark. We've been following that one. He finished very good to finish second behind Cyber Lane last time in the Breeders' Crown, and he's on his way up in form. So those 4 are the most interesting ones.
In DD2, we have a Class 1 final, and number 2, Now or Never, Flair, is the favorite here. Do you dare to go against this favorite as well?
No, this one I'm going to go for. I went against him last time and paid dearly for it. That time he finished 0-7 last 700 meters, and he was just jogging. So if he just keeps on improving like this, we're going to see him in the gold division as well pretty soon. So I'm going to bank the favorite here.
4 combinations is what we have for the daily double this Saturday. And now we change the subject from the daily double to the V75 round. And I'm sure that you are very well familiar with the rules. Find the winners in 7 consecutive races, and we will get greatly rewarded. Mike, you are making a serious attempt to try to get 7 corrects here. We can see that you've chosen 3 bankers. Number 7, General Bianco, and number 2, Now or Never, Flair. We've already talked about those 2. What do you want to say about your 3rd banker, number 2, Ontrack Piraten, in the 5th leg?
Well, I feel he moves down in class. This is a relatively weak gold division this week, and number 1, Vesterborn the News, seems to become a very clear favorite, and I don't really buy that. Of course, he'll be in the lead, but I feel that Ontrack Piraten can take him down from the outside. So I feel it's good value there on Ontrack Piraten. Maybe it's a bit of a gamble to bank him, but why not?
Do you want to say something also about the 4th leg, the Class 2 final? 4 marks you use here. Why these 4?
Well, I think they do stand out. It's a bit mixed here. These 4 are better than the rest. Number 6, Chianti, I think, should be the favorite here, but it doesn't seem to become the favorite, so that's the best value. But Bajarosa Kima also extremely impressive last time, so it's difficult to choose. It's difficult to choose between those 4, but they do stand out.
And we have here now 192 combinations for the V75 system. And remember now that this is the last round in our competition V75 World Cup. Mike here has a final chance to restore his reputation as Mike the Wizard. And I mean, you've done very stable performances, but we kind of lack that big success. But this Saturday, I'm sure it comes. Of course, you find all the information you need about the V75 World Cup, and of course about all additional information about Swedish trotting and horse betting at our website, swedishhorseracing.com. Now, best of luck now this Saturday with your bets. Bye-bye.